You're beautiful. You're smart. You're loved. This week will be great. You got this. You're a badass. You can do this.
Hey, what's up? It's Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. Check this out. The views that are expressed in this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. We are just trying to give the people what they want. I played that video because we play that normally at the end of the show sometimes, just to make sure that we close the show on a great note. I wanted to start it off on a great note because we're talking about moments or situations that change the direction of your life and how to make your life better. We want to inspire today. Are you where you thought you would be at this point in your life? Do you have any regrets? I can, and hopefully the guys that come on can talk about this in depth as well. And we invite you guys to come and speak on it. I got a couple of videos I want to play as well. One of them, and I'm going to mention it, he'll reiterate it. It's a young man who's on Facebook, and he does a lot of these little videos. But he posed a question, and I'd like to pose that question to you guys. If you had 365 days, 1 year to live, and you had to choose a path, you had to do something or choose a career, and he'll say it better than I can, and it would succeed. Whatever you do in that year, it's going to succeed. It's going to work. What would it be? And he ends it with, chances are that's what you should be doing right now. I mean, think about it. You got 1 year to live, and anything that you do is going to succeed. You should strive right now to do that, because that's probably where and what you should be doing, where you should be and what you should be doing. Man, it's a beautiful life that we've been given. Okay. So in order to get a great life, in order to have a fantastic life, in order to be successful, in order to love one another, to be where we're at right now, the first and foremost thing we have to do is believe in God. Believe that God has a purpose for us, and that everything that we do, He guides our steps. I believe that. Okay. I could not be, I'm telling you. And I got so much to say about it. I'm not going to be the only one talking about it though, but I got so much to say about where I would be if I did not believe in God. I'm telling you, we all have moments in our lives where something happened to change the course of our lives. Sometimes it's a choice that we make. Say we move out of a house or we stay in that house, and sometimes it just happens. Maybe it's a breakup. Maybe it's the death of a loved one. We're going to have a time in our lives where we look back and say that nothing would be the same if it wasn't for that action. Now, it doesn't have to be good. Like I said, it could be a death. Excuse me. It could be a terrible turn of life events. It could be a good thing that caused something terrible to happen, or it can be reverse, a terrible thing that it caused something good to happen. And that's the one that we kind of struggle with all the time. Okay. Because terrible things happen, and then years go by, months go by, years go by, decades go by, and we realize that we wouldn't be in the great situation that we're in right now if it wasn't for that situation, for that thing that happened. Say you're in an accident. It's not your fault. Nobody's killed. Insurance company allows you to invest in building the company of your dreams, and a bad thing happened. Something good happened because of it. I mean, it's just something that we truly, truly, truly need to contemplate and think about, because you never know what's going to happen to change the course of your life, period. So here's some things that we can, because we all try to be, to live our best lives, or especially when you get older, you want to be just live your best lives. When we're young, we do a lot of things that are kind of risky, I'll call it. But you grow older, you look back and you say, okay, I shouldn't have did that. Not regretfully, but because things happen. But you look back and you say, man, if I didn't do this, where would I be right now? Maybe my life would have progressed faster if I didn't do this thing, right? Foolishness, they say, is tied up in the heart of a boy. And, we're going to do things that are detracting from where we are going or where we need to be. But it's a great person who can work through all of that and get to where they need to be. Say for instance, more money, a better job, a bigger house, a nice wardrobe. We all want all of that. We want it now. We want more of it, but how do you be happy with the life that you have right now? Living our lives with a need to constantly get our hands on more money, more fame, more success. Trust me, it's draining, when you're always trying to do it. And I was in that boat. But if you want to feel even the least bit content on a daily basis, you learn to be satisfied with what you have right now. You don't have to have the most. You can be satisfied with what you have right now and start living a great, happy life. Now, I'm not saying that you need to get rid of the big house, sell your home, have one pair of shoes, because anybody who knows me knows I'll never have one pair of shoes, especially all of the gym shoes that I get. You don't have to live minimally. Just live like you live like you want to live your best life, but don't try to be like other people. Don't start comparing yourself to other people and then trying to be like them, because they may have a better position in life than you, but they may not be happy. What did Biggie say? More money, more problems. All right. They may not be happy. Now, sometimes people get into this comparison trap, and it's very easy to get there. You can blame it on social media. You can blame it on whatever. Okay. But one minute you feel accomplished and successful, and then the next minute, when you see somebody on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook, you see somebody that was recently published as an author. You see somebody who got this great video out. This song is hitting. Okay, it make you feel a little bit different. Now you want to try to do a lot more to try to get to where they're at. Nah. That's a trap that's very easy to fall into, and you gotta stop. You gotta stop doing that. Period. I could tell you stories about people who have done so much and have fallen. There was a time where I did a music video show for a while, and there were artists that were on there, and their music videos are playing on every outlet. And then that next few months, you don't hear anything from them. They had one hit. And after that hit ran its course, they had nothing. Record label didn't want you anymore. They don't promote you. Nobody's buying your music. Nobody's paying any attention to you whatsoever. You were not on the upper echelon of people who were out there. You were just out there. And so now what do? You got to change up. But you also got to learn just to be happy with your life. Now, there's nothing wrong with trying to improve it as long as you have a legitimate reason to do so. Maybe, for instance, you want a better job because the one that you're in, it makes you miserable. You don't want to be there, but you're doing it because, okay, I don't have anything else. Okay. Maybe you're chasing after more money. So you do overtime. You do 12, 13, 14, 15 hours a day. Okay. Because why? Some of the mistakes that you made in the past. So you strap for cash month after month after month. You're living paycheck to paycheck, you know? So you desire to be better. And that can actually be motivating. And that's a good thing, you know, because you're doing some things, but always have that plan, that goal in mind when you're doing these things. Yes, you're working a job that you do not like, but now they're giving you unlimited overtime. So you work that overtime, start saving that money. Consider yourself a bill. Pay yourself, but don't spend it. So when you're paying your light bill and your cable bill, your internet bill, your insurance, your mortgage, after you get through with all of those, pay yourself. Put that aside too, but put it aside. Don't just go out there and say, okay, I'm gonna pay myself, here goes $100. Now I'm gonna go out and spend it. No, put it to the side like it's a bill. You don't see it, because your bills, the money that you pay for your bills, that's gone. So put that aside like it's gone, except it's not. And then you just understand. There was somebody that put something out on Facebook at one time. There was this little chart. So you save a dollar this day, and then you double it the next week or the next paycheck, and then you double that, and at the end of a year, see how much you have. All right, do that. It works. You just cannot touch that money. It's one way to get you some capital so that you can do some of the things that you want to do. Shout out to everybody, every single person out there that's trying to do their thing. All right. Shout out to my man Wayland Simmons. Just linked up with him today, a filmmaker. Shout out, brother. Let me know what I need to do for you, and I got you. Shout out to everybody that watches the program. We do this because we want to make sure that you guys are encouraged at all times. All right. That's what it is. Thank you, Crystal Wicks. It's the 52-week challenge. And I've seen people do it. Matter of fact, I did it one time. You can, it works if you just train yourself. It works. Let me play this video. I don't remember the guy's name, but it is a fantastic video. There's two of them. One is called How to Find Your Purpose. And this is the one I was talking about that had the what I mentioned about the 365 days. But check out what comes before that, okay? It's DopelivenTV. We'll be right back.
A lot of people ask me, how do I know what my true purpose is? The answer is the difference between a career and a calling. It's the difference between satisfaction and fulfillment. It is the difference between an interest and a passion. What is the difference between an interest and a passion? So many people are interested in this, interested in that. But see, when you go to marry somebody, you don't get down on one knee and say, baby, will you marry me? I am interested in you. No, you don't do that unless you want to get smacked in the face and then left. You got to say, baby, I am passionate about you. You complete me. I cannot truly live this life without you, without us together. That's operating from the heart. And if you don't operate from the heart, I can guarantee you'll live a life climbing a ladder. And if you get to the top, you will realize that it was laying against the wrong wall. They say never become too good at something you hate, or they will make you do it for the rest of your life. So look, ask yourself these three questions. What are your natural talents? What is something you enjoy doing? What is something that you can't shut up about? You gotta read, write, and talk about it. That's how you get closer and closer to your mission or purpose in life. Still confused? Okay, so I believe that the best teacher of how to live life is death. Legend has it that when we are on our deathbeds, we will be visited by ghosts. These are the ghosts of our ideas, dreams, abilities, talents given to us by life. And if we never acted on that idea, never pursued that dream, never worked on those skills, used our voice or wrote that book, then those ghosts will say, we came to you and only you could have given us life. But now we must die with you forever. So ask yourself this question, my friends. Engage this thought experiment. If you had 1 year to live, 365 days, and whatever you chose to do, you were guaranteed to succeed at, what would you do? Chances are that is what you should be doing right now. Peace.
I'm just saying, right? Right? Crystal Wick says, never get good at something you hate. An entire word. Absolutely. You can never get good at something you hate. That's an exercise in futility. You'll be there. Trust me, you will be there. What's going on, Tyler Moore? What's going on, man? Hope everything is well. It's fantastic individual, fantastic young man. Left his home to travel across country to do his thing. Faith. And he's still there. He did not look back and doing his thing, okay? You all check that young man out, Tyler Moore, all right? But you cannot be complacent, everyone. As we try, and especially being the people that we are, we need to empower ourselves. We need to empower each other. Shout out to my guy, Wayland Simmons. He's a filmmaker that works in funeral service, so he agrees with everything that was said. Most definitely, okay? I'm a holler at Wayland Simmons. And this is what we do. Crystal Wicks knows as well. She's fantastic. Oh, man. Crystal Wicks, the boss wife. And this is what we do. We want to encourage. We want to try to tell people. And one of the most encouraging people that I know is Crystal Wicks. You know, she has a platform called The Boss Wife. And she not only, it's a self-explanatory thing, but she teaches people how to get through this mess of what we call trying to be an entrepreneur. But she not only teaches women, because she is a woman, she not only teaches women, she teaches men as well, all right? And we'll have Krista on at some point when she's not too busy. But she always checks in and gives us some great information. And like I said, Wayland Simmons, again, filmmaker. I'm going to check it out. Wade, I got some information for you later too. But this is what we do, man. So how do we be happy with our life? You know, some of the tips that I do, and I'm just telling you what works for me. And again, what we do here on DopelivenTV is we tell you what works for us. It not necessarily will work for you, but hopefully it will encourage you. It'll spark something in you. Every day, each and every day, man, I'm happy with what I have, you know, and people might say that sounds great, but how can they be happy with what they have? That's the hard part, you know. You gotta resist the temptation to just and like Krista has said before, to always talk about yourself. Now, here's the thing. Yes, if you have a business, you have to promote it. You got to talk about it. But at what point does your business create feet of its own, legs of its own, and walks without you having to open your mouth? All right. That's when you know that you are a successful businessman, because your reputation precedes you. All right. And at the end of each day, and another thing is to be willing to take advice. And again, anything that I say you don't agree with, I'm cool with that. I can only tell you what has worked for me, period. I am no guru. I am no expert at nothing. I can't tell Krista how to do her job. I can't tell Wade how to do his job. I can only tell you this is how I do mine. Okay. So be sure that you be comfortable with the fact that when people give you advice, take it for what it's worth, you know. Understand that this whole entrepreneurship, this whole life, trying to get to the happy part of your life, it's about the journey, not the destination. You know, it's not about where you end up. It's about how you feel as you're going through it, about how you are making different things happen in your life to make you happy, to make you live your best life until it gets to the destination. Now, understand, we're all born to die. We're going to die at some point, but do you want to die not making a difference? You know, look, every night I think of 5 things that I'm grateful for every day. You know, whether it's my family, something that happened as I was going along today. I spent some time reflecting on all of those things that made me smile, that I did happy, you know, that I made myself happy with. And, you know, yeah, some people say, yeah, nothing in my life makes me happy. Okay. But I promise you, if you think about it and you dig real deep, there's some part of happiness that did come from your life today. Something did happen today that made you smile, you know? So don't mire yourselves in the negativity and the bad stuff. Okay. And if you think about those 5 things, talk about them to yourself, that pulls your attention off of all the things that you don't have and the negativity. All right. You don't, or things that didn't quite go right. You know, you have to praise yourself for the 5 things that did go great, whether it's big or small. Appreciate it. Okay. And instead of laying your head down and falling asleep over the bad things that happen, fall asleep over the good things. You have a good sleep when you think about, man, I got my car washed today after having all that dirt on it for a week, and it looks good. You know, there was a pair of shoes that I wanted. And I love my gym shoes. There's a pair of shoes that I wanted, and they were sold out before, but I finally got them. Persistence makes you feel better. It's no better way to end the day than being happy, being appreciative of everything that God has given us, the facilities that God has given us in order to do the things that we're doing. You know, again, we all want more. And to some extent, that's a good thing. But if you spend every moment only thinking about the things that you don't have, you're setting yourself up for failure, life of stress and disappointment. Just be happy with what you have right now. And that in itself is man, I'm telling you, that in itself is it's cleansing to me. You know, Crystal Wick says she does this. She has a tablet that she writes in. It's her gratitude law. Absolutely. Absolutely. And also, you know, another thing too, people, you probably are the best at what you do. But again, there may be someone else that can do it better than you. Be willing to say, hey, I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. You know, I like what you're doing. Krista, I'm so proud of you for what you do. And I've told you that before, you know, and you've told me the same thing. Wade, I don't know you like that, but I'm proud of you, brother, because you're out there trying to do it. All right. Everybody that's out there watching, I am proud of each and every one of you. I don't know you, but I'm proud of you. And I appreciate the fact that you guys are living your dreams and trying to make things happen. Let's get to this other video. Okay. Same guy. And I'm telling you, very inspirational young man. This one is why some people will never be happy. Let's check this out. Be back. DopelivenTV.
I got a question today. Question was, why don't people change? One reason and one reason only. They don't want to. Bad enough. It reminds me of a story about a man. The man walks into his best friend's house. He notices a German shepherd in the corner of the hallway whimpering. Why is your dog whimpering? He asks. Oh, he's just laying on a nail. Well, why doesn't he get up? Oh, it doesn't hurt him bad enough yet. Don't we all know someone like that German shepherd? They aren't hurting bad enough to change. We try to help them, but to be honest, sometimes they need to go through that. Because until they are sick and tired of being sick and tired, they won't change. They would rather reposition themselves on the nail than get up. In other words, most people want relief, not a cure. And that is why most people won't change. Peace.
And that is why most people won't change. You know, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, then if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, do something about it. You know, it's easy to say it all the time and to blame others for the things that don't go right with you, you know. It's nobody's fault but your own. All right. Now, what do? We get mad. You got this new car, but I can't get it. You got this great job that I was looking for all this time and I didn't get it. You know, it is possible to be happy though, okay? Don't worry about what other people do. Don't worry about the Joneses, okay? Happiness looks different for everybody, okay? You know, for some people it might be at being at peace with who you are, you know, or having a great network of friends who accept who you are unconditionally. Or some people's happiness might be the ability to pursue the dreams that they've been trying to do. Regardless of what you think happiness is, living a happier, more satisfied life is within reach. It's just a couple of things that you need to do. And I can't tell you what you need to do, but it's a couple of things that you need to do in order to get there. You know, your habits matter. If you have your alarm set for a certain time and then you press that snooze button, okay? And now it's 10 minutes later. And then you say, well, I'm still a little tired. Press that snooze button again. Now you're 20 minutes from the time that you started, that you knew that you wanted to get up. You're 20 minutes away from that. Then you do it again. Now you're 30 minutes away from that. All right. That's a bad habit that you need to break. Once you get to the point where that alarm goes off, get up. Get it started. Now you're procrastinating. Get it started. Habits matter. If you're tired of breaking a bad habit, if you ever tried, breaking a bad habit, bad habits are very energized. They're there. They're going to be there when you are gone. A bad habit is, okay. So why not work on making positive habits out of your daily routine? Get better at it. You know what I mean? Wayland Simmons says, you're talking real good. One of the things that helps him is remembering this. 1 Timothy 6:6, but godliness with contentment is great gain. He learns that to be grateful for what God has blessed me with. It's enough. Absolutely. Absolutely. For Wade, he says it's important to be content. We cannot, when we pray, and on to Wayland Simmons' point, when we pray, and well, I'll say when I pray for others. I pray for those who are less fortunate than me. I pray that people become more loving, more kind towards one another. I don't pray, say, God, look, I saw this Mercedes on the showroom floor. I want it. Get it for me. This ain't I Dream of Genie, okay? This ain't Sabrina the Good Witch, okay? Just because you ask for it, especially something that, a selfish prayer, I mean you're going to get it, okay? It does not mean you're going to get it. God watches out for his people. We are all his people, okay? We have to develop a relationship with him, have daily conversations with him so that he knows we're here, you know? He knows we're here, but so that you know that he knows. And understand this, just because you ask God for something does not mean you're going to get it today. Does not mean you're going to get it tomorrow. Does not mean you're going to get it this year. God grants us his favor in his time. In his time. So let's use, and I've used this before, so let's use the GPS. All right, and this is an exercise in faith. So you punch into your phones or your GPS in your car where you want to go from point A to point B. This is where you're at. This is where you want to go. And it says, okay, 2 hours and 35 minutes to your destination. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to follow that to the letter, okay? But what that GPS doesn't tell you is that, hey, and it does tell you this, but you're not expecting this. There's a big accident over there, okay? Or it doesn't tell, the GPS doesn't tell you that there's a deer that's going to run out on the highway. Doesn't tell you that it's going to start raining, even though it was forecast sunny. Your GPS doesn't tell you it's going to start raining, okay? And that's going to slow down your trip. It doesn't tell you that there was that the accident that happened way up there. It shows you the accident. That tells you there's an accident up there, but it doesn't tell you how long it's going to be there. But when everything is cleared up, the deer's across, the whole family of deer, the geese, everybody's across the highway, and you get there, what happens? You made it to your destination. Why? You followed the GPS. Even if you had to deviate your course a little bit, you followed that GPS. Think about this when you pray, because that's an exercise in faith. When you pray, God already knows where you need to go. He already knows where you need to be. So he guides your steps daily. Now you have to listen, and you have to have faith that whatever you ask for, he's going to do. Faith, it means so much, man. What's going on? Aisha Williams, okay? This is a young man. This is a perfect example. Perfect example. We had him on our show a couple of weeks ago. He and I'm going to mention this, recently got out of prison and changed his life completely around. Was out there in the street doing those things, all right, but saw a difference, saw that it was a needed difference. And he put pen to paper, and he made, I'm telling you, a fantastic, very inspirational, very emotional song. And from that moment, he's been played on a couple of different radio stations now. And it's not about the fame for him. It's about getting the message out. Aisha, we appreciate you, man. I hope we see you on the show Thursday and Friday, man. It's always a pleasure to see you. I'm watching you, making sure that everything is happening for you. Okay, Wayland Simmons, he's a filmmaker, man. Maybe me and Wade can collaborate and do a music video for you at some point, man. But that's what's supposed to happen, and this is how this is supposed to happen. Everything that comes through here, that's God, man. That's God. And I am so thankful to God for this individual right here. It's my youngest brother, Ujima. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Everything is good, bro. Everything is good. We're talking about moments to change your life and being inspired today. You know what I'm saying? And I was just saying, you know, Aisha was on here, and he just showed his face. I'll put it like that. You know, we're not telling stories, basically. We're just saying, you know, was there a moment or a situation that changed the direction of your life and made you the person that you are? And at this point right now, are you where you think you need to be? Aisha says, most definitely appreciate support. Definitely feel the love. You got it, man. Definitely from this whole DopelivenTV family and others. But can you answer that, Uji?
Say it one more time.
What was there a moment of or a situation that changed your life? And do you have any regrets? And are you where you thought you would be at this point?
Well, you know, I got, you know, that's wide. That's a very wide question for me.
Yeah.
I don't really have no regrets with where my life is. Something that changed my life was my kids, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you said you ain't got to tell a story, so I just gave you both answers right quick. Kids changed my life because, I mean, you know, even though after the first time I got out, they were still young. You know, it's just I felt the time that I missed. You know what I'm saying? And I knew what I could have did more.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, as growing them up and stuff like that goes, you know, raising them. I just that kind of changed my life to the point of where, you know, I still had younger ones, and my life had to change, or else it would have been the same thing time after time after time after time after time again, and maybe not no more.
So let's fast forward where you're at right now. Do you think that you're right where you need to be right now?
No. No, I don't think I'm right where I need to be. I think that there's better places for me, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But everything been positive with me. Everything's been positive, and you know, I guess right now I'm stuck on up.
There you go. And that's what I really was looking for you to say, actually.
Yeah, I'm stuck on up. I mean, you know, just like what's her name, Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
Say when it's up, then it's stuck. Well, I'm stuck on up right now. It ain't too much. It ain't too much. It ain't too much more that I can really elaborate on other than that. If you don't understand that, yeah, hopefully one day you'll get it.
Yeah, and like I told everybody, you know, we can only tell you what happens with us. We can only tell you our situation. We don't expect you to follow us. All right. If you do, if you glean some type of a inspiration or a template from anything that we say, cool. Okay. But you know, we all got stories to tell. Okay. And we have to push that narrative of trying to be different, you know, each day. There's nothing wrong with trying to change, trying to get to a point where you're living your best life. Okay. And I truly think that right now with you're living your best life, and you're also encouraging others to live their best life. You've been through a lot. All right. And to you, like I said, you've always been the type of guy that, you know, whatever circumstances come up, you face them, you roll on. All right. The average person could not have done what you've done. I've seen videos on YouTube where these young guys, especially, they've you know, they slapped their woman around, or they shot somebody or beat somebody up. Okay, judge says, okay, we're giving you 3 years, and they break down and they cry. They gone, man. It's over. Their whole life is over. Oh no. Everybody say what's up to Gina.
Hey, what's happening, OG?
Hey. What it do?
It do what it do.
It does what it does. It does what it does. But hey, man, you know, we're talking about living your best life, changing. Did you have to change anything? Gina, was there a moment in your life that changed the direction of your life?
Oh, I think we all have had that. Of course, when my late husband passed away, it definitely changed the direction of my life. It went in a total different direction. I can even think about when I went off to college at Ball State.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I wanted to do, that was my dream, was to become a stenographer. And you know, you got to think about the times of how it was in Southern Indiana back in the 80s. I went to my counselor to talk about my dream, and he told me they don't do that anymore. They use tape recorders. So I changed my whole degree that I went there for to business, which I'm glad I did, because it allowed me to learn how to manage a business, how to market. So I went into marketing management instead of stenography.
Okay.
So that sent me in a totally different direction. And it was all because, I mean, he was pretty much telling me to go to another school. You know, that's pretty much what he was telling me in a nutshell. They didn't want me there. You're too dark. But I stayed, and I pursued a business management / marketing career, and that helped me with the things that I'm doing today.
And see, I mentioned earlier that, you know, tragedy, a death in the family, something like that can also change the course of your life as well. For the better. I mean, like a month ago by, 3 years ago by, decade ago by, you changed your life, and you think about the fact that if it hadn't been for that moment, that terrible moment, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. You know, so I mean, we can't be afraid. And that's a lot of our issues. We're afraid, and we get stuck and say, well, we can't do this and we can't do that. I don't believe in we can't, you know, and that's why I'm so proud of my brother, okay, because he could have said, man, I can't do nothing else. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. You know, this is what I'm always gonna be.
But that's the thing. A lot of people get stuck in that this is all I'm gonna do, or this is all I'm gonna have, or this is my life. So they get caught in that circle, and they don't know how to think outside that box and realize that the things that's happening can propel you into a better life or better things. We all think when something happens, you know, on my job, I have employees that either they leave the job or I have to terminate. And I have this conversation with them all when they leave, because sometimes I get people that, you know, they're crying, they feel, you know, their life is over, how I'm going to make a living, so on and so forth. But I always tell them, this is not the end all. Yeah. Sometimes this is the push that you need to do the things that you should be doing. And I do have people to come back and say, hey, you know what? I found something that fulfills me better, that I really love doing now. But at the time, you thought it was the end of the world.
Exactly. You just can't give up. I don't know. I guess, you know, and Uji, you could comment on that too. We wasn't taught that way. You know, I guess if we were to give up, my father probably beat our ass, man.
Right. Well, yeah, that is what happened.
I'm being real.
You literally get a whooping for giving up. You know, I was talking to Theo the other day, and we was talking. Matter of fact, before I had got on with you, that's who I was on the phone with Theo, and she was asking me a bunch of questions and stuff, and he wanted me to break everybody down. I was like, well, wait a hell, he most definitely can't start nothing and not finish it.
Yep.
Most definitely. I mean, I think that he mess around and whoop himself.
Oh, that's what it's like.
Yeah.
What'd you say about me?
Huh?
What'd you say about me?
I said you was always like my best friend.
Oh, when the violin's gonna start playing?
I mean, that's what I did.
Anyway, Gina. Let's talk about haters, Uji. You know,
the haters.
Haters. Don't hate, donate.
I'm donating love.
Not with that comment you just made. But no, man. I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't care. Well, I got to stop saying that too. I don't care. But I'm not concerned with what people say about me, because now I'm living my best life. All right, and negativity can't get in and change that. They can't get in. You know, we've had a tragic loss in our family. My father died. Okay, Ujimar's stepson got killed. You know, we've lost people that we love. Okay, but they always say too that, you know, the people that you've lost, they wouldn't want you to stop life. They wouldn't want you to stop doing the things that you're doing. They'll be happy that you continue.
Right.
And we got to keep supporting one another too. And that's really huge, a huge loss in our community. We don't support each other. You know, and we support everybody that's on this show that comes on here, okay? But that's just a small piece of the bigger picture. And as we grow with this show, I think we'll be able to touch a lot more. Somebody needs to come touch my ankle, though.
I told you what to do.
Yeah, elevating it is cool. It was cool. It worked. It worked. I didn't know it. I put hot and cold on it. I just said forget it. I don't know which one worked. Hot and cold.
Yeah, you that's what you do. You rotate the hot and the cold.
Right.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, it felt
that's the new stuff.
Yeah, I was able to walk right today, you know, but right now, because of my walking today, and I've been doing a lot of traveling today too. Because of my walking today, it's back to where it was. It's a little swollen.
You aggravated it. You're not gonna sit down.
I got them old mama feet now. They're all swollen. If there were pumps on my feet, it'd be swollen up through the pumps, and
please. I don't want that image. Okay.
I don't do the pumps. What's up, sister-in-law Patty back there? I know you're there.
Hey, Patty.
Hey, y'all.
You got that cartoon voice. Hey, look. Hey, Patty, for real though. See, there goes some other stuff that I can tell you. You can get into this, all right? Go to voices.com. Because you got one of those, you got a distinctive voice. Voices.com. You can make some money off of that. I made some. Trust me. Word.
My cousin that came on the show does that.
Yeah. I mean, it's voiceovers. You're doing voiceovers for a lot of different people all across the country, actually. And there's $100 jobs, $500 jobs, $5,000 jobs, $1,000 jobs. All you have to do is read and then submit the reading. Make sure Uji got you on as far as the sound goes, and turn it in, and then that's your bid for the job. And if you're good and they like you, they do it. And I done been on a conservation commercial. You don't own any of it though. Just so you know, you don't own any of it. All they gonna do.
Are you trying to say I sound like a cartoon character, Greg? What you trying to say?
That's what he said. He moved through that real quick. You thought it went over her head.
It's not just she sounds like Granny Clampett. It's not
you peeped that shit too, Gina. You peeped that.
Yep, I did.
No, I'm listening, Greg. I'm just joking. I'm listening.
It's not just cartoons. It's anything. Check out, Uji, you too. Check out voices.com. They got pimp roles too. Okay, you can do that pimp.
Look at him. A pimp and a baby.
No, I'm
okay, a pimp and a
Now I'm stereotyped.
No. It's a voice. They never say, you post a picture up there. You post a picture, but they're going for your voice. You know what I'm saying? You'll never. They're not filming you. They're taking
right. I understand. We understand. We just funny.
Just say you can do that easy, man.
That's cool. I'm down.
You'd be surprised at some of the things that can happen, man. Like I said, trying to live your best life, man. As you discover going through all of these different things, you discover something that you do good, and you stick with it. This is something that we all do good right here.
True.
We inspire people. We entertain people. All right. We are funny. We are serious. We write. We sing. We do film. We take pictures. We do all of this, man. We open businesses because why? We believe in what we do. We have faith that it will happen. And we believe in ourselves. We have faith in ourselves as well. We believe in ourselves. And if we don't believe in ourselves, come on, man. Who else gonna do it?
Right.
We lost if we don't believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
You start something and don't finish. Now, see, a lot of people can say that about me. I start stuff and don't finish. All right. Like so. Well, hold on, Gina. Let me finish.
I didn't say anything.
I started, but you ain't letting me finish.
I didn't say anything.
So I've done a lot of those little short films and this and that. All right. The other part about it is this, Gina. If I'm doing something for someone else and they don't do their part, of course,
I get you on that one.
I'm not going to finish. I'm not going to finish. I've done my part. Now, if you want to release all rights to your stuff and let me finish, I'll finish it. Just like I did 3 more episodes of the Rewind because Gina got on my butt. 3 more episodes, so I'm gonna put them out. I mean, on Dope Living TV. But I think what I'm gonna start doing I'm gonna put some on Facebook, a couple of them on Facebook. But the problem with that is I gotta start going through because see, if I put them on my platform, then I don't have to worry about the copyright stuff.
All right.
Put it on Facebook, they're gonna knock. Yesterday, the one song that Chris sent from one of those people that was at that seminar. they muted 48 seconds of yesterday's show. Because they said that it was copyright infringement, so they muted it 48 seconds of it. But Chris said on Thursday when they come back on, he's going to make sure that we got the rights to it. And man, look, it's a lot of stuff. Usually you missed it yesterday, bro. There was what was that lady's name?
Tina.
Tina was the mother. The daughter is the one that had the song.
Jana
Scott. Check that song out. Bringing R&B back.
Okay.
Definitely bringing R&B back. Was it Jana? It was Jana Sky, right?
I don't know her last name. I know it was Jana.
Jana, it wasn't Sky. Let me find it real quick. I guess I'm never gonna find it if I just put Jana up here.
I didn't catch her last name. I just know.
I got it. You know I got it. Let me make sure because
she's coming back on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's Jana Sky. Jana Sky. Man,
she'll be back on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, and I also got another song from her. You can't hear it. But yeah, that's what we're doing, man. And we're not going to be on here 2 hours today. We're just going to do this hour, right?
I wasn't going to be able to anyway. I got to Zoom at 9.
Yeah. I got a healing at 8. Because I'm gonna make.
But see, we're an hour ahead of you guys anyway.
Yeah.
Right. This foot has got to work tomorrow, especially, and then by Saturday, if it don't work, man, I'm in trouble.
You know that article I sent you
Saturday.
You know that article I sent you earlier, Greg? That happened in Indianapolis.
You know about that? What we got?
What happened?
Where was it?
It was a black lady that was trying to sell her house, and the first 2 appraisals were really, really low. The third appraisal, she didn't tell them that she was black. She took all the pictures of her family or anything in her house that would let them know that her race, and she had her friend who was white to meet them when they came for the third appraisal, and it was praised double what her house was worth, almost double what the other 2 were.
Well, houses on the market out here for one day only. They on the market for one day, and it's bought.
That's here too. I think that's everywhere. But the fact that because she was black, they appraised it really low when they thought they were dealing with a white person.
Right.
How the appraisal pretty much doubled.
Okay.
Pretty much doubled. But yeah, the houses are going like hotcakes. Housing market is booming.
That's not cool. But Crystal Wick says, "You." Chris Lane, you came back when we got 7 minutes left, man.
He said he right on time, huh?
Take off of mute, Chris. I couldn't even figure it out this time. He told me not to look at your lips.
Yeah, Gina was up there looking at Christopher's lips.
Well, how else you gonna read it? That's crazy.
Right. I'm just saying. She asked me. She said, "Well, Greg, are you looking at his? Did you read his lips?" I'm like, "I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at that dude's lip. Got to be out of your mind." Crystal Wick says she didn't tell people she's the landlord in any of her properties.
She said she's the landlord.
She doesn't tell people she's the landlord.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It's funny because sometimes you have to do that in order to get what you need. I know that my daughter had to change her name on her resume to get interviews, and when she changed her name on her resume, she started getting interviews.
What was her name?
They wouldn't. Janika.
So what she put down?
John. Yeah. Yep. And it worked. You have a lot of black companies that'll have the representative as a white person. because they know that depending on the area they're in, white people won't patronize your business.
Yeah, if I ain't got no bonquishes at my job, I don't feel safe.
That's it, bonquisha. That's the name of Karma Head we named her.
What? I need bonquishes at my job. I know they ain't gonna tolerate no BS.
Bonquisha.
Man, I used to, you know, back when I was doing that, man, I used to look for jobs that I knew had a whole gang of women in there, man, so that I could at least, you know, sometime I wouldn't have to go home because I made me a little stable out there. But then it got to a point, man, where like those jobs, you know, get you in trouble. Big trouble. Kristen says she has white property management.
Hey, that's what you have to do.
That is. Chris, did you got my email? That's right. They muted 48 seconds of that song.
Well, I already got her permission. She'll be on tomorrow.
Cool. 48 of them things, man. I'm like, Facebook is a little, you know, and we should protest. Facebook, let us play the music. Just let us play it. We helping y'all out.
We ain't even helping them out. We helping the artists out. So
we're helping the artists out, but on the same token, man, look, Facebook. When this artist blow up, you can say that, hey, we allowed them to go ahead and play it instead of blocking our stuff, dog. Cut it out, man. It ain't that serious. Dang.
Do it on Instagram.
Huh?
I said do the show on Instagram.
That's a good idea. I can link Instagram to it though.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Because it's already, I link it. And see, when I do the YouTube, just so everybody does know that, because everybody keep asking about the YouTube, not you guys, but other people. I don't even promote the YouTube. It goes on YouTube so I can archive them, and then I can put them on another platform, and we run these shows concurrently. You know what I'm saying? I got a plan. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Anyway, I played a couple of videos earlier, y'all. You guys didn't hear, but I'm gonna play this one over real quick. Okay, it's how to find your purpose, and then we're gonna get up out of here. It's about a minute. So Uji, check this out.
A lot of people ask me, how do I know what my true purpose is? The answer is the difference between a career and a calling. It's the difference between satisfaction and fulfillment. It is the difference between an interest and a passion. What is the difference between an interest and a passion? So many people are interested in this, interested in that. But see, when you go to marry somebody, you don't get down on one knee and say, baby, will you marry me? I am interested in you. No, you don't do that unless you want to get smacked in the face and then left. You got to say, baby, I am passionate about you. You complete me. I cannot truly live this life without you, without us together. That's operating from the heart. And if you don't operate from the heart, I can guarantee you'll live a life climbing a ladder. And if you get to the top, you will realize that it was laying against the wrong wall. They say never become too good at something you hate, or they will make you do it for the rest of your life. So look, ask yourself these 3 questions. What are your natural talents? What is something you enjoy doing? What is something that you can't shut up about? You gotta read, write, and talk about it. That's how you get closer and closer to your mission or purpose in life. Still confused? Okay, so I believe that the best teacher of how to live life is death. Legend has it that when we are on our deathbeds, we will be visited by ghosts. These are the ghosts of our ideas, dreams, abilities, talents given to us by life. And if we never acted on that idea, never pursued that dream, never worked on those skills, used our voice or wrote that book, then those ghosts will say, we came to you and only you could have given us life. But now we must die with you forever. So ask yourself this question, my friends. Engage this thought experiment. If you had 1 year to live, 365 days, and whatever you chose to do, you were guaranteed to succeed at, what would you do? Chances are that is what you should be doing right now. Peace.
I ain't like it.
Wow. I couldn't get past whether he had on a piece of shirt or
Right. I'm like, you don't do motivational speeches or nothing like that with that type of clothes on. I mean,
you do motivational speeches with whatever.
No, you don't do that. That's just like watching. That's almost like watching telling me to watch that D'Angelo video. How does it feel? I'm not doing it.
His message was good. He had a good
His message wasn't even good to me.
He had a good message.
I ain't get it.
That's because you was stuck on the shirt or the hoodie.
I wasn't stuck on nothing. I actually went and did something else. See what I mean? That wasn't good.
But the message was, you have to find your purpose, okay? And at that very last thing that he said, if you knew that you were going to die, you got 1 year to live, and anything that you decided to do, you would succeed at it, what would it be? And
Robin Banks.
But chances are,
really, Chris?
Yep. If I knew when I was gonna die,
yeah,
a year before I died, I'll be going on the crime spree.
And chances
you might spend the last few days in prison.
That's cool.
Mm-mm.
I'm cool with that.
Mm-mm. I would take out a lot of loans and not pay them back.
Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's pretty much the same thing.
No, I'm doing legitimately though.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway,
it ain't legitimate if the bank know you about to die.
I'm not gonna tell them that.
Okay, there you go.
Same thing.
All right, I gotta get out of here, brothers. I'll let y'all.
All right, OG.
All right, man. So hey, look, this is DopelivenTV Live. Okay, we are going to get out of here as well. I got some. I got something to do. But hey, man, look, Chris, appreciate you popping through, man. Tomorrow, y'all, we're gonna play some music, and this time the people will be here again. Shout out to Aisha Williams for popping on with me for a second there with the comment. And anybody else, Winslow, Ruby Tech, what's up? Yana Sky, we'll see you hopefully tomorrow, okay? All of them, all of y'all, let's go. All right, DopelivenTV Live, scripture time on another channel, all right? We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out, y'all.